class. Previous day we discussed the topic his first flight by Liam O'Flaherty that we completed. I think all of you got the idea about this story. Theme of the story is that the self-reliance, confidence, then the role of parent. Dear students, today we can continue its remaining portions, that is textual questions and textual activities. Let us start. First one, see first question, why was the young seagull afraid to fly? We know that young seagull, the first time seagull afraid to fly. Why was the young seagull afraid? Okay, answer is the seagull was afraid to fly because below him was the vast sea and he thought its wings would never support him and he would fall into the sea and die. That is the reason why that young seagull afraid to fly. Young seagull afraid to fly because there is before him there is a vast sea is there, and he also at the same time he thought that his wings would never support him and he would fall into the sea and he died. That is the first one. Second question, what did the parents do to motivate the young bird when it failed to muster up enough courage to fly? Okay, to collect enough courage to fly, what did the parents do to motivate the young bird or the young seagull? That is the second question. Okay, this answer is they came around calling to him loudly. They scolded him and even threatened to starve him. Saying that is, they scolded, they even threatened and also to starve him. Also, they just stay around to call him loudly. Okay, that's the second one. Then third one, how did the parents support and encourage the young seagull's brothers and sisters? How did the parents support and encourage the young seagull's brothers and sisters? That's the third question. Answer is they flew about with them, trying to perfect them in the art of flight. They taught them how to skim the waves and how to dive for fish. And fourth one, cite an instance which shows the pathetic condition of the young seagull. So you can pick out the instance, example that shows or which shows the pathetic condition of the young bird, young seagull. That's the fourth one. Answer, when the sun was shining hot, the young bird felt the heat all the more because he had not eaten anything since yesterday night. He searched everywhere, but not a scrap of food was found. He even gnawed at the dried piece of eggshell from which he and his brothers and sister were hatched. It was like eating a part of himself. That is the fourth one. Our fifth one, how did the bird try to reach its parents without having to fly? How that bird trying to reach its parents without having to fly? Without flying, how did the bird trying to reach its parents? That is the next question. So answer is he trotted back and forth from one end of the ledge to the other, trying to find some means of reaching his parents without flying, but on each side of him the ledge entered in a sheer fall of precipice where the sea entered. There was a deep, wide crack between him and his parents. Next one, why could the seagull not succeed in its attempt? Why could the seagull not succeed in its attempt? What happened? That seagull is not succeeded its attempt. Why? What is the reason? That is the next question. See, the seagull could not succeed in its attempt because there was nothing to walk on that would bring him to his parents. A deep, wide crack separated him from his parents, and there was no way for him to reach them except by flying to them. That is the Sixth one. Okay. Next one. Do you think that the young seagull's parents were cruel? See, what do you think about his parents? No, I don't think so. They were not cruel, but they were wise. That is the answer. Next one, 8. That is next question. Can you justify the attitude of parents? The parents were right in what they did. They wanted to teach him the importance of confidence and self-reliance. One can depend on his parents all his life for his livelihood. He should learn to find food for himself once he reaches a certain stage of his life. We see the mother hen pecking and giving away her chicks once they are grown. Okay, we know that. At the same time, mother hen pecking and diving away her chicks once they are grown. So that is what they just to behave like this because they want to their child become very good manner. They have to live very good manner. That is the only reason why they just to do. Okay, that is the reason why they just did like that. Okay, next one. What is your parents sometimes behave in the same manner? They may see cruel and unrelenting. Does it mean that they do not love you? Okay, they just behaved in a cruel manner. From that, what do you mean that they do not love you? And what is the answer? The parents sometimes behave in this cruel and unrelenting manner to make you self-reliant. It doesn't mean they do not love you. It means they love you, and that is why they train you to be dependent and self-reliant. If they treat you as a helpless baby all the time, you will remain a helpless baby. So it is their love and forces them to be seemingly cruel and unrelenting at times. That means that doesn't mean what they do not love you. At the same time, they love you, and that is why they train you to be independent and self-reliant. Next one. What prompted the young seagull to fly finally? What courage to young seagull? It was his hunger that prompted the young seagull to fly finally. He was very hungry, and the mother would not give him the fish she had brought with her. She wanted him to fly to her to get it. So finally, that prompted, he influenced to young seagull to fly finally. That is, he was very hungry. He was very hungry, and the mother would not give him the fish she had brought with her, and also she wanted to fly her to get it. Okay, next one. Why was the young bird terrified? How did it overcome its fear? Okay, you know that the young seagull is terrified. How did it overcome its fear? Okay, answer is the young bird dived at the fish his mother was carrying. When he dived, he fell outwards and downwards into space. The wind rushed against his breast feathers and his stomach and wings. He could feel the tips of his wings cutting through the air. He was not falling now. He was soaring. He thus overcame his fear. This way, he just overcome his fear. Okay, fear. How did the family support the seagull? How did the family support the seagull? In which way the family support the seagull? See, answer is the mother flew past him, making joyous sounds, that is joyful sounds. His father flew over him, screaming with joy. His two brothers and sister were flying around him, screaming and diving. In this way, the family supported him. Okay, that's the thing. Next one, why couldn't the young seagull stand on the green sea? Okay, what is the reason? The young seagull could not stand on the green sea because the legs would go down the water. But when his belly touched the water, he did not sink further. Next one, do you think that the bird's parents loved him? Why? Do you think the bird's parents loved him? What is the reason? Of course, the bird's parents loved him. They wanted to teach him how to be courageous, self-confident. The mother even came with piece of fish to attempt the flight, and when finally he flew, all the family members showed their joy by flying with him and making happy noises. Activity 1, read and respond. What is the theme of the story? Okay, that is all of you familiar with that. The theme of the story is building confidence and self-reliance in youngsters. That is the theme. What do you think is the real crisis faced by the young bird? What do you think? The real crisis faced by the young bird is his lack of confidence and his fear of going out of the protective shelter of his home. That is the thing. Then what is your impression of the reaction of the parents in the story? What is your impression? What do you feel about the reaction of the parents in the story? Okay, the parents are wise and clever. They want the young bird to be independent and self-reliant. The mother brings a piece of fish very close to the young bird and forces him to leap forward to get it. That leap forces him to use his wings and fly. Initially, he is terrified, but soon he enjoys flying. The reaction of the parents was quite appropriate. They too are happy to see their child confident and self-reliant. That is why they fly with him, cackling joyously. Okay, that is the thing. The next one. Identify the words or expressions used in the story to express thoughts, attitudes, movements, sounds, emotions, appearance, descriptions of birds, places, etc. That's the thing. You can describe by using the phrases or expression from the textbook. So here, places, you can see the great expanse of the sea stretched down beneath. That is the description about the place. Then the rough dirt cracked straw nest. Then ledge entered in a sheer fall of precipice with the sea beneath. A deep wide crack, a little high hump on the plateau. He saw a vast green sea beneath him with little ridges moving over it. That is places. Then birds, description of birds. He had taken little run to the brink of the ledge and attempted to flap his wings. He failed to muster up the courage. His father and mother had come around calling to him shrilly, scolded him, threatening to let him starve. He had watched his parents flying about with his brothers and sisters, perfecting them in the art of flight, teaching them how to skim the waves and how to dive for fish. Okay, then he had seen the soldier brother catch his first herring and devour it. He then trotted back, his long grey legs stepping daintily, standing on one leg with other leg hidden under his wing. He saw his two brothers and sister lying on the plateau, dozing with their heads sunk into their necks. His father was preening the feathers on his white back. He uttered a low cackle. She halted, her legs hanging limp, her wings motionless. Then, maddened by hunger, he dived for the fish. Then a monstrous terror seized him, and his heart stood still. He uttered a joyous scream and flapped his wings again. They were beckoning to him, calling him shrilly. He was floating on it. These are the things about the description of the young seagull. Such a way we just give the description. Next one, do you think such expression make the narrative more effective and engage your interest and attention? What do you think about the narrative more effective, that expressions or descriptions that is we seen in that story? What do you think about that expressions that make narrative more effective and engage your interest and attention? Such expressions make the narrative more effective and engage our interest and attention. That's all. Then next one, what is the message of the story? Message. What is the message? Message of the story is that we have to be courageous, confident, and self-reliant if we are to succeed in life. So if you want to succeed in our life, we have to acquire the courageous, confident, then self-reliant too. Okay, that's all. The next one, review. Based on the discussion, prepare a review of the story. So asked you to prepare what a review of the story. Review. Introduction is there, then theme, then your view. That is the three things you have to include when you prepare a review. See, there is a model of a review. See, Liam O'Flaherty's story, His First Flight, is about a young seagull taking his first flight. The young seagull has two brothers and sister. The parents of the seagull are very loving and caring, and they train their children diligently to develop confidence and self-reliance in them. While the two older brothers and the sister fly away, the young seagull is reluctant to fly. His parents shout at him, scold him, and even threaten him with starvation. But the young seagull prefers to stay in his rough, dirt-caked nest, but the excessive heat on the following day and hunger have troubled him. He begs his mother, who is on another cliff, to give him some food. She comes with a piece of fish and forces her son to leave the ledge. Maddened by hunger, he dives at the fish, which is close to him, and he leaves the safety of the rock behind him. He is terrified. He then flaps his wings and finds they can carry him. He then lands on the sea. His feet sinks once again. He is afraid, but when his belly touches the water, he does not sink any further. He has now gained confidence. His parents and his brothers and sister join him in congratulating him on his successful first flight. O'Flaherty, that is Liam O'Flaherty, has shown how good and sensible parents should behave. They train their children. When one of them is showing weakness, they shout at him, scold him, and even threaten him with starvation. They do that with the welfare of the child in their mind. Then they help him to embark on his first flight. When he succeeds, they are also happy. Liam O'Flaherty has used very simple and clear language to tell the story. There are many dramatic situations in the story. The descriptions of the places and the birds are excellent, and the images we get are lively. He has used the figure of speech personification extensively and powerfully in the story. He has given a good message to all. To be successful, we have to be courageous, confident, and self-reliant. No pain, no gain. We can achieve anything without taking risks. So this is the model of a review. So first of all, we just see that introduction is there, then small summary, that is a brief summary, so also there, and after that your view also there. Okay, a view. Including these 3 points, you can make review. Okay, any stories review can make this way. See, that's all. Next one. Read the story once again and identify the factors that prevented the seagull from flying and those that favored his flight. Now complete the tree diagram. Seagull's life, failure, fear, need. Some hints are given. Then now we can complete by using some other expressions. See, first one, failure is there, then lack of confidence, then fear is there, lack of courage, then need is there, success. What is the main factors that is for the failure that we discussed? Then main points to success, need, that is the first one. Then another one, encouragement, daring, perseverance. That is the things. Okay, these are the things. Next one, activity 4, think and respond. Do you believe that you also can fly high in your life? Yes, I do believe that I also can fly high in my life with determination and hard work. I can do it. Okay, with the determination, with the self-reliant, with the confidence, with the courage. Okay, we can also do. Then, what sort of support do you expect from your family? Which type of support that is you expect from your family? I expect moral, financial, and psychological support from my family. They should have faith in me. Okay, that's the thing. Can their support alone help you in fulfilling your ambition? What is your opinion? No, their support alone will not help. I need to work hard and I should be courageous and self confident. I will also need support from my teachers and my well wishers. Then, what do you think are the requirements to attain success in life? Write them below. What are the main requirements attain to success in our life? Write them below. The points. First one, determination, support of different kinds, faith in self, hard work and perseverance, motivation, adequate material and intellectual resources, confidence, willpower, then hard work, everything. Okay, that is the main things. So, dear students, I think all of you got the idea about this textual questions and activities of this topic. Okay, with these activities and textual questions, our first topic, that is his first flight, is over. We can wind up here. The coming day we can continue the next topic. Okay, have a nice day. Thank you.